What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ SpinKing. You are now tuned in and logged into strictlyhiphop.com. DNR F and Vodka, you know what it is.
This is strictlyhiphop.com. I'm Miss Jayyiah and welcome to our first episode of Djs Defined. Our first episode is starring a Global Spin Award nominee. He is literally one of the hottest DJs out of New York City, and he is literally the youngest in charge, DJ SpinKing.
Thank you for having me. First episode, I appreciate that.
Yes. I'm honored to have, somebody as up as you for the first episode.
Thank you.
Okay, so SpinKing, you had a wonderful year, and it got you a nomination for Breakthrough DJ.
Yeah, it's my third year in a row.
Wow, that's great. And let's recap your year, starting with the first quarter. Now, I noticed that in the first quarter of this year, 2015, you were still super booked. You had the calendar, right?
Yeah.
But you was,
every day, yeah.
Every single day, and then at towards the third quarter, you got that F and Vodka deal.
That was definitely big.
Now, that's definitely great. How did that come about? Was you always in cahoots with 50 Cent?
Actually, no. I always heard his name, and people would tell me that he would say this, or I was growing up. I think every kid was a fan of 50 Cent growing up, watching the movies from the album to anything. So when I found all of that out, and then I was actually on a press run for my single Adult Swim, and I was at This Is 50 office to do an interview, and me and my boy Big Black, we was sitting and waiting to do it with Jack Thriller, and then he just walks by, and he was like, "Wait, I need to talk to you. Come in my office." And then from there, the rest is just history.
It was all she wrote after that, right? Wow. I want to ask you about, when you look at your career, has the majority of your moves been strategic or just by chance, how 50 was just by chance?
It's strategic as well, because I was always taught by my dad and my brother, which is my manager, Star, never to reach. Never try to grab somewhere that's not in your. If you want something, it'll come to you on its own time. Just be patient and just keep working, because your work will speak for itself.
That's interesting, and that's true. Cause look what
that I live by that every day I wake up.
Well, don't basically not do too much, but just work.
Do enough.
Do enough and work, and
it'll come in its own time. I feel like the reason me and 50 are so close now, I was just talking to him before I came here, is because what I like to do with my relationship, I like to build them organically. I never like to be that person in the club, yo, like a groupie, not ever be like that. I like to it be organic, because then you feel natural. I don't need him, he don't need me, but when we come together, it's monstrous, and that's how I like to be.
How was the gig as a DJ for a television show? I could assume that it's one of your easier gigs.
It's easier, but people don't see what happens when the camera goes
off. You have to turn up for the crowd.
And you gotta really turn up for the crowd. I remember at 106, I used to take the mic, and I would go in the middle and have battle dance and have kids battle each other and give out prizes. So say one day we would have ASAP Rocky, would have him sign something and give it to who won the dance battle. That's how I used to do it. So that was one of the main reasons why they kept me. It's because of that.
Oh wow! So I know that was a monumental moment of your career.
For sure. It was always fun. Always fun. I always had fun. Even doing the New Year's shows, even being backstage.
That's the best. The New Year's shows,
because it's always turn up. Yeah. It was always the best doing all of that. So.
And it's really the end of the era, because 106 and Park is up no more.
Yeah, that's why I like something like Uncommon Sense is close to it. It's not, but it still takes the culture of hip hop and puts it in a whole different, funnier way.
And with Charlamagne at the forefront, that show was excellent.
And the people that he staffs it, we just had our artist 2 Milli do it today, which airs tomorrow, so he's gonna be on there as well. So it was dope.
Oh wow, they have all that going on as well. Wow. Let's get into the segment called Djs Defined. Now, I created the segment just to get to know the ins and outs of DJs and DJing a little bit more. I always just love DJs, maybe because I'm a hip hop head and a journalist, but I just always had a love for it. So I just want to break down some fundamental things.
Let's do it.
Starting with syncing records, syncing and beat matching.
Okay.
Now, as a DJ, transitioning from song to song is one of your main responsibilities, but we have some DJs out there doing it all wrong. So can you break down how to properly beat match and sync records?
Well, there's something called BPM, which is beats per minute. And just because a song is the same BPM as another song doesn't mean they're supposed to go together. You're not gonna play I Like the Cha Cha and then play a reggae song right next to it just because the same BPM, it doesn't go together. My thing is all about vibes. Any club I'm at, I always go 15 minutes before to hear the DJ before me, to know what he's playing first of all, and second, to feel the vibe of the crowd. If I feel the crowd's not reacting to that, I'm gonna go this way. If he's playing all the hits, I'm gonna go to the 1990s and play all the Mason, the Puff, and the Dipset, and the G-Unit, and do that. So it's about feeling the vibe of the crowd. Like beat matching and syncing is all about how you transition the song. So if somebody's playing hip hop for 10 minutes, you just don't cut the record and go straight to reggae. You gotta like, sometimes you play the mix of where there's a instrumental of a rap song and the reggae lyrics, and then that's how you transition. You gotta keep it smooth. If you're not smooth and you're not jiggy, it's not gonna feel right in the party, and it's gonna break everything.
Do you like notice mistakes from DJs?
Yeah, I notice mistakes in myself. I like my people to tell me like, yo, sometimes you're doing the set too much. You gotta change it up. Do this, add this song, take that out. Don't say this, say that. I like it. It makes you better at the end of the day, and learning from other people makes them better as well.
So now let's talk about do's and don'ts. Now there's so many do's and don'ts when it comes to the tricks of your trade. Some common don'ts being don't play the same song over and over all night, or don't DJ for yourself. So break it down, Professor. Tell us some of your don'ts.
Like me and Black always talk about this, that if somebody's on their way to the club, right, and most of the time, 9 out of 10, you listen to the radio. So most times on the radio, what the DJ's playing, the new songs that's out, the Future, the Drake. So if you're driving on your way to the club while you're hearing Future and Drake, when you get in the club, you don't want to hear Future and Drake. So what I try to do is I try to make you forget that you heard Future and Drake on your way home. I try to play old school 90s, you know what I'm saying, the old, even like the early 2000s, the Ja Rule and the Shanties, and like the Jagged Edge, and like switch it up and play reggae. Even it's like sometimes I do house parties, so I play the house music, the mainstream top 40 music, and mix it together. My thing is always about mixing the genres together. That's what a party is. There is no party without DJ. You don't have a DJ, what's a party? It's like an iPod, you playing Drake and Future the whole night.
Period.
There's a lot of people that will play Future's whole album, and you're like, wait, I just heard this on my way here. I don't like to do that. I don't want to be known as the DJ that sounds like what an iPod could do, because the iPod can't do what I could do.
How about some do's of, being a club DJ? Something that, definitely do this, or...
Oh, definitely, in strip clubs, you gotta shout out the bartenders.
Okay.
Because they're the ones who show the love back and get the energy. Those are the people that will match your energy before anybody else in the club, because they want to make their money. So you get them to match your energy, and then when the customers see you and the bartenders turning up, they feel the attraction, so they think they want the same attention you get from the bartender, so they start cashing in their money and start doing the same thing.
Wow, and this is why I put this together. There's really some science behind, days in the club. Wow, so let's talk about dispersing disc records. Now, I know as an established DJ, you have relationships with artists and stuff, but again, another part of being a DJ is playing the hottest music that's out, even if it is controversial. So did you ever, how do you go about this? Did you ever experience like for example, Drake back to back, let me play this. Did you ever experience, period,
well, I'm cool.
being careful with playing?
I'm cool with both sides. Like my brother Vinyls, he's OVO.
Okay.
And I'm cool with Meek as well, but it's business. That's Meek and Drake. It's not me and Meek. It's not me and Drake. That's their own personal thing. That doesn't. Neither of them was like, yo, if you play that, you can't. Neither of them ever did that. They understand it's business. It's competition. That's gonna happen. Just like certain DJs don't like me because of this. That doesn't mean if another DJ takes a picture with him, I'm like, yo, you can't hang with him. I'm not like that. It's competition. Without this game, without competition, there is no game. It wouldn't be fun. That's the whole point of fun in it.
Maybe you could just like cut the commentary, like you don't have to be saying.
Yeah, like there's certain things that some DJs do too much, and they don't even know the artist, and they find themselves in a whole situation, but that's their problem.
Yeah, because video surface and things like that.
The way I do it is I just play the record. When that record's done, I'll talk on the next one. It's not, you don't ever put yourself inside of somebody's beat that's not yours, because you might not find your way out of it.
Yeah.
Some people also try to do it for attention. Some people do it because they need attention. So me, I just stay away from it, and I just stick to what I gotta do. 2.5, 3 years ago, somebody came up to me in the club. I was in the Palace in Jersey, and they were like, yo, listen to my mixtape. I'm like, alright, I got you. Today, that artist is Fetty Wap.